Hello everyone. So welcome to Tea with Sparks. In this video, in this session, let us go through some of the updates from the Atlassian ecosystem. Now, this week, of course, we all know that there is this Atlassian team event that happened in Los Angeles. Los Angeles, I think somewhere near Los Angeles. And I was not able to go there, like always. And there is a reason for that, actually. I'm not really trying to justify why I didn't go, but let me tell you, I have never been able to go to the Atlassian big event, right? And I know they have changed the name, but nowadays they call it Atlassian Team, right? So this event is great, and I have always wanted to, go there. For some reason, I was never really able to because either I was too busy with work, or maybe due to visa issues, maybe due to the COVID. I was actually supposed to go in 2020, but I couldn't for reasons we all know. I'll probably talk about it separately, but what I wanted to say is that there are some updates from the Atlassian teams this year, and those updates are, I think, exciting. A lot of people are talking about it. I'm not sure yet if I am ready to talk about those updates. We all know the highlight was Rovo. Rovo is now, I guess, free with all the plans. I have not really tried Rovo properly. I just looked at it, but that is it. And I know there are some other updates like private Atlassian Cloud, which is all good. I was actually expecting that Atlassian will announce or share something about data center, but I don't really think they have. So what I will do is I will make a separate video session about the updates from Atlassian Team 2025. Today, let us just continue with our regular updates, and I thought I'll probably just mention it to you in case you're expecting me to talk about Atlassian Team 25 updates. You'll have to wait. So the first update that I have for you is about this Confluence. Now, what we do normally in our company, we try to make a list of all the updates, recent things happening in the Atlassian ecosystem, and that also includes keeping a list of new features that are relevant for all of us. If you remember, I think sometime last year, I think it has been almost a year, Atlassian announced whiteboards. I have made videos. I think I made a couple of videos on Atlassian whiteboard, and I think overall it is good. I liked it, and I think it will add value to what people do and how people collaborate. Great thing about whiteboard that I loved was its ability to talk to Jira, and that was, of course, always there in Confluence. You can always embed your issues in Confluence, and you can, of course, get not just a list of Confluence to Jira, or I should say Jira issues within Confluence, but it is also like a real-time update that you can see within your Confluence. But with whiteboards, you can do the same thing. Now, the update that I noticed on the community was about this new template. Now, this is actually good because if you are not sure how to get started with whiteboards, I think you can try these templates. You can click on this use template button, and it will, I believe, install the template on your Confluence site. I don't know how it works. I did click on it and I selected my Confluence site, and then I was able to use the Confluence. I think that is how it works. But you can try if you have not. If you don't really want to click on the button, just give it a try. Go to the create button on top, and then select whiteboard. And by the way, you can also do it on a free plan. I think on a free plan there is a limit of 3 active whiteboards that you can create and edit and collaborate. But you can still use whiteboards if you're not on a paid plan. So if you look here, you of course have different options here. You can, by the way, if you are listening to this on a podcast, do give it a try yourself. Go to your Confluence, create a new whiteboard. Now, when you create a whiteboard, you can obviously create a blank whiteboard. And when you create a blank whiteboard, you have plenty of options. You can basically use these objects like whiteboard or text or a circle or maybe these connectors. Basically, you can do whatever you want to do here, and you can zoom in, zoom out. It is great. It is wonderful. I quite like this idea of a whiteboard. Now, the template will actually help new users with I guess, uh, the initial usage. Initially, people don't always know what and how to use, like how is the right word, like how to get started, how to use. So there are already these templates that I believe will help you get started. And I think the template that I noticed is this executive summary. So do give it a try. Maybe it is helpful for you. Maybe you will get some ideas. Maybe you will be able to use it in your company, maybe for a project or maybe for upcoming, product that you want to build, right? So I think whiteboards are great. I'm also trying to figure out how we can use within our company these whiteboards. And so far, because I'm a consultant, I work with people. That is what I do. No one asked me yet, like my clients, Ravi, we want to learn how to use a whiteboard. I think they are probably able to use it on their own, or maybe they are not using it. But I think whiteboards feature will be a good success. I think that is what I feel, because I know it seems like it is very useful, right? So do give it a try. The next update I have is about the Docker images. Now we internally use Bitbucket in our company, and we have been using Bitbucket, I believe, since the beginning. And I think, if I remember correctly, I think Bitbucket was not Atlassian's product initially. I think they acquired it just like Confluence, if I remember correctly. I think there is some information somewhere, I think on I believe Wikipedia. It says here that Bitbucket Cloud, or previously known as Bitbucket, is written in Python and Django, blah blah blah. I think it was definitely not built by Atlassian. Yes, so Atlassian acquired Bitbucket in 2020, no, in 2010. So 15 years ago. Now the thing is, there are a few things which I quite like about Bitbucket, and on my channel, on my other channel as well, Blackberry Boy, where I talk about Linux open source, I have covered few things about Bitbucket. The thing I quite like about Bitbucket is that you can have unlimited repositories. I think now there is a limit. I recently received an email from Bitbucket that there is a limit of, I guess, 2 GB per workspace or per account, something like that. I need to, read it properly. So that could be a problem, but I think Bitbucket is a decent product. I know it is not massively popular, but I've seen in the last few, I guess, months, there are, some updates on Bitbucket side. Usually people don't even talk about Bitbucket. They're always focused on things like Compass or Jira product discovery, right? But they don't talk about, and they don't really worry too much about Bitbucket. I think we should. Now this update is about managing your Docker images from within Bitbucket Cloud. Now this is of course for Bitbucket Cloud. I don't really think they will do it for Stash, Bitbucket Data Center. And we tried using these Docker images to perform some testing. Like the use case for us was that the moment we commit something on our dev branch, we wanted to run some tests. And to run those tests, we had to spin up one image, and it didn't work. And I want to do it in our company. It is not really my field of expertise, but I think instead of using, what I understand from this update is that in near future, it is not yet live. I guess in near future, it will be possible to manage your Docker images from within Bitbucket Cloud instead of using Docker Hub. So I think that could be useful. Again, that is not really my field of expertise, but do take a look at this update in case you're into DevOps, in case you're using Bitbucket, in case you're using Docker Hub, and especially if you're using Bitbucket along with Docker images, if you're doing something from Bitbucket to run your CI/CD pipelines, then definitely this would be interesting. I will keep an eye on this, and as I mentioned, we use Bitbucket internally in our company, and pretty soon or I should say, we really want to set up some pipelines. We tried it. It didn't work because it was too much work. So this is something that will definitely help, I guess, a lot of people, including us. The next update I have for you is not really a massive update in terms of functionality or feature. It is just all about renaming. I know Atlassian is very. I mean, we always notice some renaming somewhere every now and then. Either they rename something or they change the UI. It is not a massive thing. They have basically renamed Atlassian University to Atlassian Learning. I don't know why. No idea why. I think there has to be a reason. There has to be some logic behind this. And I honestly don't know much about how Atlassian University and certificates work. A lot of people actually ask me about certifications, and I always tell them I'm not really against certifications. I think it is good if you want to get or require some learning, but don't worry too much about certifications. At the same time, Atlassian University, I know the courses are now free, right? And I think we also know about the certificates. The data center certificates will no longer be renewed, I guess. So that is why I was expecting no data center in the next. I was expecting some update from Atlassian. I was thinking that maybe Atlassian will tell us or announce that there won't be any data center. But the thing is that Atlassian Learning, the new name of Atlassian University, is a place where you can, go through courses. And I'm not massively sure about the quality or the content of these courses, but because it is from Atlassian, so I expect it to be good. I have never really done any course from Atlassian Learning or University. I have done certifications, the ACP, Jira Data Center server, the old one, and I think one more, I guess. I forgot which one. And I did those certifications many years back when it was required for a partner. I think it is still a requirement. If you're working for a partner company, then you need to have certificates. Because I worked with partners in the past, and they asked me to do these certificates, and I did those certificates, and I have those certificates. That is it. I haven't done any new certificates, but I will probably go and take a look at this new name, Atlassian Learning, basically this platform, and they have this learning path. I did ask a few of my employees to go through the learning path, and I think they found it useful. So maybe I'll give it a try. The problem here is that you need to spend a lot of time. So maybe not for experienced people, but if you're new to Jira, Confluence, if you're new to Atlassian, then I think this platform, Atlassian Learning, the new name, I think it could be useful. So yeah, do give it a try. So let us talk about one of the upcoming event. Now, I am not very regular to these events, but I do attend sometimes, especially if I know I have time and I know I will meet people I know. I'm not very good with meeting or talking to new people, but if there's an event happening somewhere and I know the topic is interesting, my friends, my ex-colleagues would be there, or maybe I just happen to be there in that city, then I do attend. So this event, Team on Tour, is, I believe, an event from Atlassian. It is not really those ACE events, and it is a free event. The topic, I believe, by looking at this this page here, Team on Tour Singapore, I believe it is something to do with AI, and it is happening on 14th of May in Singapore, Marina Bay Sands. I've never been to Singapore. I would love to. So, not sure if this is something of an interest for you. I think it is going to be an interesting event, especially for those people who are maybe looking for business. Maybe you want to connect with your clients or potential clients, or maybe your competitors. I guess, why not? So let us see. I do have this in my plan somewhere that I want to attend more events. And I think in the last 1 year or so, I think last year when I was in India, when I was in Delhi, I did attend that event in Gurgaon. And then I've attended a couple of online events as well since then. And I also attended the event last month. Was it last month? I guess no. It was probably early March. No, it was last month. The event in London, because it was convenient for me to attend. But yeah, I do want to attend more events. Not really a lot of events, because it is like you can't really be. I mean, personally, I can't really be out whole day and leave my work. So if you have time, if your employer or work allows you, then I think you should definitely attend. You will definitely meet new people, or most importantly, you will learn. I guess learning is always, it should be always your like one of the most important thing in your mind. Because when you hear people talk about something, when you hear speakers present something, there's always something to uh, to take away from that talk or session. Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk about is this video which I made. Now, the video which I made was about messing up your Jira instance, and few people have actually reached out to me. So basically, the feedback was not really positive overall. People were actually saying that, Ravi, you always talk about keeping your Jira instance clean. You always talk about following best practices. You always talk about not creating too many custom fields, too many schemes. Now, the thing is, I know that we have to maintain our Jira. And as a Jira admin, as a Jira consultant, that is our perspective. And it is very important to understand like why people use Jira. People use Jira because they want to use Jira to deliver. And that is what the problem is. If your Jira instance is not in right hands, then it can go both ways. It can be either too messed up or it can be too clean. I think both is not good. You cannot really have a Jira instance with 2000 custom fields. I mean, you can, to be honest. It won't really matter. Of course, it will cause issues, but it will still run. Jira will still run. But the thing is that you should aim to find a balance. And it should be a constant process. You can't just do it once. You can't just create 5 custom fields and then leave your Jira instance for 10 years and force everyone to use it, because that is how you want them to use Jira. Jira should be configured. If you have to create 20 custom fields to solve a problem, do it. If you have to do some extreme customizations in Jira, then do it. So in this video, I just elaborated on this topic, that don't hesitate to mess your Jira instance if you have to, because end of the day, Jira is a tool, and every tool you should, when you're using a tool, you should look at it as like it won't really be there forever, right? Things will definitely be different after 5 years. So you're planning your whatever you're doing with Jira, like best practices, don't worry too much about what will happen after 2 years. I think two-year window is probably, I think, enough in terms of customizations, optimizations, licenses, maintenance. Just keep your horizon for the next year or two. That is it. I think that should be fine. If you're worrying about something that may or may not happen in 5 years, I don't really think it's the right approach. So do if you have time, do take a look at this video and let me know what you think. The next update I have, the last update I have, is about components. Now, this is actually a problem because I work with clients, and majority of the time I work with project managers who want to use Jira, who want to work on their projects, and they want to manage a team. Now, project managers, when they have rights in Jira, or when they request for a new project in Jira, they know how to manage a project, like how to create a version, how to create a component, how to create or how to add people to the role. And depending upon how the project is configured, they may also want to modify the workflow, or maybe they want to add existing fields in their screens. The thing is that since the Atlassian you started using Compass and components together, it is causing a problem. And every now and then people reach out to us, they raise a ticket for us, Ravi, we are not able to create components, and we know straight away the problem. you need to basically disable that component thing in your project in Jira. I'm not really sure if Atlassian has improved it or not. So let us take a look. If I go to any new project in Jira, let us create a new project and let us see if this is still the case. You will be, of course, presented with the option to create a component, but those components will not be in your project. So let me do that very quickly. So this is a test project, and test project test TPT. That is the name of my project. Now, when you have a new project in Jira, and if you ask your project admin that, yeah, we have a new project for you, go and now start working on it. Now, the thing is, come on, because the new interface is totally different now. Okay, this is a project. So this is something that I need to go now. I need to go to project settings, right? Or I can also go to the components. I think there was an option there. So let me go back to the components. Now, if you go to the components, it will, so there is no option here to create a component. Like all of our training materials or videos or onboarding guide for new PMs, it is now, we need to update those materials. So here, if you try to create a component, it will take you to Compass, and Compass is of course a different tool. And I'm not really saying Compass is a bad product or a bad tool, but it is not relevant here. I just want to create my components, and for doing that, you need to basically toggle or switch to Jira components, and then you have to click on skip, and now you can create a component, which is of course your project specific or the usual familiar components in Jira. So these are the updates, and I thought I will, show you few things as well. So let me know what you think about these new features. By the way, when we release this video will be premiered tomorrow, Monday, and 8 a.m. in the morning, BST, British Summer Time. That would be 12:30 afternoon, India time, and you can do the math for other time zones. But along with this video, we also have a podcast where this video goes as a podcast. So if you just want to listen to the updates, you can. And we also have a newsletter. If you go to our website, ravisagar.in or sparksys.com/newsletter, you will get these updates by email. So do consider subscribing to our channels, Sparksys, Ravisagar, and also subscribing to the newsletter. So yeah, that is it. That is all I have for today. I hope you found this video, this session, this podcast useful, and you learned something new today. Thank you very much.